Hello everybody, hope you're well. Just a little video this week just to give you a little update on what we're doing at this loft job. There's been, if you watch the previous video on it, you'll see that there was a discrepancy, well at least we thought there were, with the drawings, with the structural drawings we should say. And we asked for a, what was it called, a pre-commencement meeting
Yes,
with the building inspector. He came out and he threw up a few questions regarding the structural plans. So then we had to get in touch with a structural engineer, and there's been a bit of a to and fro, and it's been a bit of a slow process, but it's all been confirmed now, and we know what we're doing. And there's a definitive plan going forwards. What that plan entails is that there's 15 steels to go in this loft. So we've had to just...
Sorry, I'm trying to be camera professional. 15 steels,
15
yeah.
steels,
Okay,
yeah. So
sorry. Professional, back in the room.
it seems, seems overkill, doesn't it? Well, there's nothing we can do. It is what it is. It is a long span. It's just under 9 metres. I get it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't know if you can sort of see it on there, but
Yeah.
we're right. That's that white wall there is the far wall, and you come right over
Yeah.
to this one. So it is a good
But
span.
if you look at the roof structure, it's built of 3x2 and it hasn't moved
Yeah.
ever. And then I want 15 steels to sort of reenact it or whatever. So, but again, it isn't something that we could have pre-ordered prior to starting the job. We've done it before in loft conversions, more conventional ones, so to speak, where the steels are. I mean, they are what they are.
Yeah,
so
just
you can,
wall plate to wall plate. and
You
yeah.
can order it and get
yeah,
them in. Then
yeah.
you can, first day you can start installing them. We knew that wasn't going to be that type of job here, so we had to slow it down a little bit, expose it all, which as you can see is what we've done, and then get the building inspector in, go over the plans with him. And then anything that gets thrown up, just basically, just so when we order the stills that they're right and correct, because they've changed since we started anyway. The plan has slightly, so we've had to get a couple of respect. So if we had bought them and ordered them before, and they'd be wrong now, and it's 15 steels is a costly mistake. So that's what we don't want. So that's where we are with it. Now what we've done. Prior to that, well, all the work that we can do is what you've seen in your video. We strip all the walls down, all the ceilings down. I'll pass you over now to Rich. He's going to show you what he's done in terms of exposing the roof and getting rid of all that we can possibly get rid of regarding the roof structure without making it unstable. And I'll let him explain that to you.
Hi. So all we've done is we're very conscious of the fact that because there's no collar ties in here, collar ties being what you'd see in bigger roofs where you'd have a piece of timber like this one that's going across there, but higher up, and what it does, it forms an A-frame, so it stops the roof spreading. But because we haven't got none of that, I was very conscious of it, so I didn't want to just rip out all the ceiling joists. So what I've done is every third one at least, I have cut them, like as you can see there, and I've moved them up out of our way. So what we got now is they actually above the steel and above the new floor, and I've bolted them with an M10 100mm turbo coach screw just to make it a bit better for us. Because what we've got is, if I jump up here, this is going to be this line here is the top of our existing wall plate. If you follow that round there like that, we're going to put our what is not a pad stone. It's actually a 25mm thick metal spreader plate instead of a pad stone. And my understanding is, and it makes a lot more sense, is that if you've got solid brickwork, which we have here, what's the point in taking it all out and putting a pad stone in when this is all connected and it can't possibly go anywhere? So what we've got is, for each steel, all bar 2 of them, is it, Ad?
Yes.
All bar 2 of them, and we'll explain why, is we've got a 330mm by 100mm, 25mm thick plate to put on top of what will be this compo course here, this brick, and the steel will sit on that, and then that spreads the weight evenly down the weight of it. That's what my understanding. Comments below if I'm not explaining it right, but that's my understanding. So that's what I've done. We've gone all the way through. The only difference being is we've got certain areas that we can't take out yet. Like there, for example, we can't take that out yet because that purlin bearer comes from this wall to that one and strapped across, so we can't take that out. So we're going to use strong boys in certain places now to hold the purlin up, to cut them out, to put the bearing back in. That's what we're going to have to do. However, I'm pointing here, but this purlin's coming out. But it's the same on the front. So exactly the same front. The purlin stopping on the front. As you can see over there, you've got the brickwork supporting that one. And likewise, there's another bearer in the bedroom at the front corner. So, which we can have a look, can't we?
Why not?
Look at that.
Lead the way, Richard.
Through the line of which in the wardrobe door. So all we're going to do here, we've got to put a pad stone under this one because this purlin's stopping in. Or I say pad stone, you know what I mean there, the stretcher plate, pad stone plate, underneath this purlin. So what we'll do is we'll put beam 4, which is going to sit there, that's centre of our wall, so beam 4 sit on there, again with a big plate underneath it onto this solid block brick wall which goes all the way down to the ground floor. And then we'll put a strong buoy under this purlin, and then we'll take this purlin bearer out here and then put this steel in, which is going on top of this number 4 steel. Still with me? I've lost myself.
Yeah.
And then we'll put the structure back in under this purlin before we then attach the other steel that goes onto the wall behind you, and so on and so on. So it's a bit of a pain, but that's what we're going to have to do. Once that's in, it's off we go. We can put all the timber within the steels then on wooden plates, or we could even put them into the web, but we'll have a look at that anyway, jiffy hanger or whatever. And then what we propose to do then is I'm going, before we take the roof off, because I've already got a height, I'm going to make all the walls to the dormer front on the floor, take the roof off, lift the walls up, done. So we're not walls up, so we're not building walls when the roof's fully open. That's the plan anyway, because the walls are being built off the top of the wall, off a double sole plate on the ends above the existing inner skin. That's right, isn't it, Ad?
Yes.
Or is it 200 million actually, isn't it?
It's 200 million, but it's 200 million from like the edge, the furthest point from the eaves, which is on the drawings. It shows like the tip of the very end of the tile of the roof.
Yeah,
basically.
So
the bottom of the first.
Isn't it, or something?
Yeah.
Permitted development and I suppose planning. You've got to have so much eaves tile left on the front of your door, so the building inspector said because of a block, so it doesn't look like a block of flats or something, he said, didn't
Something like that, yeah. But I'll, you should be able to see it.
Yeah.
If I open this window, now you can see there, we've got the soffit and the gutter in. So the bottom of our very first tile is roughly in the middle of that gutter in there. So it's 200 mil. Going with the pitch of the roof, that's how much we've got to leave in, which essentially means which says we build straight off our wall here, and that can go straight up. That 200 mil there is sufficient. That's technically 200 mil back, therefore under permitted development. That's what he said. So there we go. We'll go with that.
So there we are. That's it. Oh, and the beam 4s that are carrying this span have been put into because we've only had 6-inch by 6-inch steels. They've put like a mid-span in, haven't they? Which is going behind you. One we've just showed you in there, and there's one here going to split this span.
Yeah.
So in effect then, there's 2 steels coming from that wall to here, which is about 6 metres, and they're bolted together. So that's what that's for. That's what it's been for, but it's going to be built into the walls, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a toilet wall going there.
What's our plan is that, let me point at,
That's where one of our beam 4s is on this side. But because
From there to this wall.
From that wall to that wall. But as Rich says, the purpose of that steel is for our beam that goes 90 degrees this way to sit on top of it, which means that beam 4 will be within this room, in the headspace.
Yeah, so underneath that steel, yeah.
So what we're going to do, we're going to build our walls for this bathroom underneath that steel, so you won't be able to see it. Yes, we're going to have to do 6-inch walls, stud walls, which is a bit excessive, but it's a 6-inch steel, and we're going to want it to go straight down. So we're going to hide them within the walls once they're finished.
Likewise, the other side that we just showed you.
The other side, here, just look from there, probably the best way to do it.
If you look from here, yeah.
That's going to go from this wall alongside it onto the wall plate on that side, and that wall there will form the landing area that's going to be here. Landing area where you can turn right off it to go up the stairs into the loft. Right into the bedroom there, because it's all been sticking up there.
So in effect, when we walk through, it's this, isn't it? There's going to be this is the corridor, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we go left there into that'll be that bedroom. You go right into that bedroom because that'll be knocked out to a proper doorway into that bedroom, and then is it a bed here, isn't it, Ad?
That's about it. Yeah.
Bed here will come up turn up the stairs. But this staircase will be open at the bottom because we're having our fire break door, fire separation door at the top. If you didn't have it at the top, you're going to have it at the bottom. And then all these got to be fire doors anyway. But that's a bit of a weird one when you're trying to design. You've got to have a fire door top or bottom of your fire escape area from your loft.
That's what all the loft regs really are based on.
Yeah.
Is your head height on your fire escape and fire suppression, so to speak. With the doors, they'll have to be self-closing fire doors. Because we're going into the loft, i.e. a third storey, it's got to be hardwired smoke alarms. So the only real difference in terms of regs, in terms of loft and an extension, so to speak, is that it's far more fire-based, lofts are.
An escape, isn't it? Escape routes, yeah.
If this was just there is a single storey extension going on this, but if that's all this job was, there wouldn't have to be fire doors or hardwired smoke alarms or anything like that. Yes, hardwired smoke alarms are the best ones, and if you can get them. But it won't be a reg that you have to implement. But with the lofts, you do. It's all to do with that.
Did we mention the head heights?
Head heights? That's an interesting one.
Very interesting.
We've had jobs in the past where the building inspector from different councils, different local authorities, whatever.
And I've had one recently.
Yeah, that have said that they will refuse to sign off a loft conversion if the head height isn't sufficient, i.e. over a minimum of 2 metres or whatever it is, or maybe 1900 in certain circumstances if you've got a cottage or something like that. But we've had it under good authority that the building inspector on this job has said that regulation does not exist in this country, which is England. I'm not too sure about Scotland and Wales, I won't go into all that. But he said if any building inspector says that to you, ask them to produce the building regulation that says that your loft room needs to be, or a bedroom needs to be, a certain head height. So it doesn't exist at all. Where the head heights come in is your escape route, i.e. your stairs, your landing, and then your stairs coming down. It needs to be 2 metres. We'll go into that a bit more detail once the stairs are here to save explaining it. But that's where the regs are. So if anybody ever says to you, we won't pass it off, we can't sell it as if you put a fourth bedroom up there, you can't sell it as a fourth bedroom.
Or even if you said you can't have it.
Yeah, you can't
because
have
of
it,
that.
yeah,
That's God contested.
It doesn't. That law does not exist. So
whether it makes a difference that our inspectors are private inspectors, isn't they?
Yes.
A company,
yeah,
rather than a council one. I'm not saying that they're any better or any worse than each other, but I don't know whether that's. I don't know. But like I said, we'll go into the head height thing. But ultimately, if our door's there, when he said, as long as you've got a step when you open your door, that you're not going to fall straight down your step when you open your door inwards. As soon as you step into the corridor, you've got to have a minimum 2 metres head height all the way down to the landing here. So you slope, that roof there, got to be 2 metres. That's it. That's the only reg you've got in a loft for your head height. But like I said, we'll explain that.
Yeah, if you want to put a bedroom in your loft, and it's only 1700, which is ridiculously low, I know. There is no regulation that says that cannot be passed off as a bedroom. Therefore, you've turned your 3-bedroom or 2-bedroom into a 3 or a 4-bedroom house. It's all to do with the escape routes.
Minimum of 2 metres.
If you've been told that you can't have the room, or you can't have it because of that, then they're wrong, basically.
I suppose common sense comes into it if it's like 1650.
Yeah, I mean,
why would you want to do that? But I suppose you've got to be realistic.
If you've been told it's got to be 2 metres and you can only get 1950, and which is sort of way taller than me, a lot taller than me. Therefore, it can't be a habitable room. It's complete nonsense. So so best luck. You can contest that, and you'll be able to win. So there you go. All right. So we got you have to wait for us on this one, I'm afraid. Oh yeah, someone's popular.
I don't know who it is because you're here.
You're gonna have to wait for us on this one a little bit, I'm afraid. As I say, we've got 15 steels to wait for to be manufactured. They all need cleats, baking and bolting and all that sort of nonsense. So it's not just 15 measured cut steels. They all need manufacturing done to them. So you're just gonna have to wait for us, I'm afraid. But as soon as they're here, we'll get it all, start filming again, get this series up and running properly. It's all systems go once that's there as well. We're in summer, so it should pay well. in terms of doing a loft conversion, with roofs coming up and that sort of thing. So yeah, bear with us and we'll be back as soon as we can. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do.
Plenty going on the channel, Dad.
There
Plenty going on the channel.
There is plenty going on the channel. Yeah, there's where you can check out all our other videos if you're new to us. And I'm putting a porcelain patio on soon. I'm doing that next week on the Harborne job. Richard's got more videos of the kitchen going on. And yeah, there's a bit of tile, a bit of floor tile, isn't there, on the floor heating plumbers there this week.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah. So
yeah.
yeah, we've got plenty coming on. So yeah, please subscribe and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.